Good evening and welcome to Pine River-Backus as the Pine River-Backus Tigers take on the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves tonight here. It is YourLiveEvent.com, ready for some high school football action. I am Brandon Torgerson along with Cullen Balsman on my side over here. We're going to be co-announcing together tonight. It should be a good night of high school football, and Pine River-Backus is coming off of two tough losses in the past 2 weeks against Staples, Motley, and Pillager. You were at the game last week, Cullen. Can you tell us about a recap of last week and what Pine River might be doing differently this week?
Well, Pillager had a really strong option game last week between their starting quarterback and their running back. Their quarterback had almost 200 yards on the ground against Pine River-Backus. So I think the key for the Tigers today is just going to be making sure their linebackers stay honest in their gaps and just making sure that the football is being kept track of. Too many times last week they lost track of where the ball was at and needed to adjust on the fly, and it opened up some huge lanes. There was one big third down where the Tigers might finally get a stop after halftime, and the option just caught them sleeping again, and the quarterback scampered for about 50 yards.
We'll have pregame interviews with Coach Nate Fisher and Coach Aaron Pfeiffer, both right after this break. We'll be back here on YourLiveEvent.com.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
I'm Cullen Bosman here on the pregame show as we get set for Pine River-Backus Tigers at home taking on the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves in a rivalry game that happens every year. Joining me right now is Coach Fisher. Like I just said, this is a rivalry game. These are two teams that know each other very well. What are you looking for your boys to do out there on the field tonight, knowing that this is a rivalry game? You're 0-6 coming in, and you really need something to kickstart this team going into the playoffs here.
Well, I think we got to come out and start fast. I think number one. Number two is we got to play our game. It doesn't take much to get up for a rivalry game like this. The boys are fired up tonight, so we got to come out fast. We got to start hot and play our brand of football. And we do that, I think we'll be all right tonight.
Awesome. You've been shut out in back-to-back weeks. Is there anything on offense that you maybe have adjusted or changed that the fans should keep an eye out for tonight?
Well, I think we've made some adjustments up front. We've kept a few things hidden the last couple of weeks, knowing the teams we were playing were pretty darn good. Saved a few things up for this week, and I think the boys are responding with a really good week of practice, and excited to get this game going.
Awesome. Defensively, this is a very good Wolves team. Is there any kind of weaknesses you think you can take advantage of here, maybe in the run game or the pass game?
Well, I think the big thing is we got to handle everything up front first and foremost. Hopefully our D line's up for the challenge, but I think that's a place where we think we can win some battles, some one-on-one battles up front, and we do that. I think we'll be in a good position.
All right. Is there any leaders of this team that you really want to step up today and answer the challenge here?
Well, I think, it comes back to our seniors. Earl Stockman, Eli Abraham, guys who played a lot of big minutes for us over the last few years. And obviously we got to get those guys going tonight first and foremost. And, obviously we'll look to them to kind of lead the way.
All right. Is there anything you want to say to the fans here before this big rivalry game?
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. All right. You have a great day out there, Fisher. This is Cullen Bosman. We'll be right back here on the pregame show on yourliveevent.com after this.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community. Making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
I'm Cullen Bosman here on the pregame show on yourliveevent.com. Joining me right now is Coach Pfeiffer of the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves. Coach Pfeiffer, you guys are 2-4 this year, but you're coming off a 50-point win last week against Wadena. What kind of momentum did you build last week that you're really hoping to carry over into tonight's game?
Yeah, I think before that game, our mindset was we need to execute, and our running game we were able to execute our blocking schemes pretty well, and so we were able to get 6 different guys in the end zone on the ground, and then, as far as pass blocking execution, we were able to get a couple more through the air, and our JV was able to get a couple on the board too. So that was the thing that I felt was our greatest takeaway there. It was a very well executed game offensively from the varsity all the way to the JV, and then of course the defense only allowed I think about 120 total yards. So they did a nice job of executing their game plan as well. So that was what we took away from that game, and we sure hope we can do it again tonight.
Awesome. You guys have lost to Pine River 3 years in a row now, going all the way back to the COVID season. But this year looks like it could be the one here to break the streak. Is there any talk in the locker room or between the guys about, making up for last year's seniors who lost out on a win here in Pine River?
Well, Pine River-Backus is a rival that's gone back well before I got to Walker 27 years ago, and it's a game that they want to win, we want to win. Trust me, our boys and our coaching staff knew. We did the math, I think, all the way back 9 years ago, and Pine River's been on the plus side of our matchups, going all the way back to those 9 games. So this game is definitely something we feel passionate about winning, and we gamed to do so, and we prepped well in practice this week, and we're sure as heck not going to overlook these guys. Their coaches are they know our stuff. They know exactly what we do, and they're going to have those guys prepared. So we're just going to have to hit the ground running as hard as we can and just keep doing our best to execute our game plan and hope for the best.
You mentioned that your defense was playing really well last week, held Wadena to only 120 yards. Is there anything in tonight's matchup against Pine River's offense that you're looking to shut down or specifically looking to prevent happening here today?
They have a couple good running backs. They've got some tough kids in the backfield, and they throw a lot of just hard, straight-ahead blocking schemes at you, and you have to be physical at the point of attack. If you let them get ahead of a steam and they break a couple tackles at the first level, maybe linebacker level, those guys have some legs. They're going to take it to the house. So we need to be very gap strong. In other words, we have to know our gaps, and we have to make sure that we secure them because if we give up that momentum on those runs, those are going to they'll start at 5 yards, they'll go to 10, they'll go to 15, and all of a sudden they'll start breaking big ones. So that's our real concern, is just that straight-ahead game that they are pretty good at.
All right, we got tonight's game, next week's game, and then we're in the playoffs. At this point, your team has had plenty of time to develop their identity. What do you think is your strongest point as we head into that playoff part of the season here?
We've got some real good senior leadership. We've got a tight end that's been playing football since he's been a sophomore, but he's a tight end that's willing to block just as much as he's willing to catch. We got a 3-year starter at quarterback in Parker Brock, and he's a smart kid. The last game I let him call half the plays himself, so he knows the playbook as well as I do. We've got 2 real veteran receivers. They also run good routes, and they're tough. They're good on defense. And we've got a returning lineman tonight. We're excited about a captain that's been injured. We're looking forward to getting him back on the field, Peyton Yates. I think it starts with seniors, but then the junior class is just a strong group of guys that I think they enjoy playing football together, and they just enjoy being around each other. So it's a fun group of kids to coach, and I think they enjoy just the football atmosphere. Thursday night meals, Thursday night paint in the field, game night, travel, all that kind of stuff. I think they just enjoy being with the boys. So that's what they always talk about.
My next question was going to be about the senior leadership, but you went ahead and answered that already, so that's all I've got for you today, Coach Pfeiffer. Thank you for talking to me.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Of course, and good luck out there tonight.
All right.
This is Cullen Bosman on the pregame show for YourLiveEvent.com as we get set for Pine River-Backus at home against the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC. Online at schruppexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business. The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and...
All right, I'm Cullen Bosman here on YourLiveEvent.com. We're going to speed through these starting lineups real quick. For the Wolves here on the road, starting lineup today, number 2, Hayden Retke. Number 3, Joseph Bilo. Number 4, Gavin Oslager. Number 5, Parker Brock. Number 13, Walter Reese. Number 14, Caleb Crow. Number 15, Blake Watson. Number 25, TJ Orton. Number 53, Samuel Pfeiffer. Number 60, Cole Rutten. Number 63, Blake Watson. Number 23, Cooper Brovold. And number 70, Isaac Idstrom. And number 73, John Henning for your Pine River-Backus Tigers. Starting today, we've got number 2, Sean Reyes. Number 8, Andrew Volk. Number 12, Owen DeBill. Number 20, Brody Mongan. Number 21, Adrian Schrupp. Number 22, McLean Reddick. Number 44, Earl Stockman. Number 56, Carson Crawford. Number 63, Eli Abraham. Number 71, Cole Oberfeld. Number 77, Dalton Myers. Number 79, George Stockman. And number 80, Logan Tomensky. And the teams are out on the field getting ready for the opening kickoff. So right after that, we're going to dive straight into the game here. Once again, I'm Cullen Bosman. Joining me here is Brandon on some Friday Night Football.
Oh, yes. Looks like, yeah, Walker-Hackensack is going to kick off from their 40-yard line.
Back to return for the Tigers.
It's going to be,
as that one's short, actually.
the Tigers trying to fight their way through. Will be on the tackle on the 36-yard line of the Tigers.
And Andrew Volk will lead the Tigers offense out onto the field for the first time here tonight. Pre-game show was brought to you by Station 371. The Tigers come out in their I formation, receiver to each side. Quick snap. Handoff there to Sean Reyes. He's able to pick up a couple. So the Tigers will pick up the ball here on 2nd and 6. Oh, 2nd and 5.
Ball will be on the 43-yard line, 42-yard line of the Tigers as they break the huddle.
Tigers in the shotgun. This is a look I haven't seen from them yet.
Snap goes to the Tigers.
Play action. Volk fumbled the snap as he pretended to hand that off to Reyes. And the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves have recovered the fumble, and they will take over the ball here on about the 39, 40-yard line. Huge turnover for the Wolves here to start off the game on the second offensive play from scrimmage for the Tigers. These are mistakes that have kind of plagued the Tigers so far this season. They've had issues handling snaps so far. I was surprised to see them in the shotgun, but here we are in the I formation for the Wolves. A play action to the fullback, and that is a
should be tackled there on the 18-yard line.
Wide open is Joseph Bilo. That'll be a first down for the Wolves.
Result of that play is a Wolves first down.
As the Wolves break the huddle, it'll be 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line of the Tigers. A snap to the Wolves.
It's going to be a counter to the left side. Tigers linebackers do make the tackle, but that'll be a pickup of about 7.
He's tackled by number 71,
I overshot that maybe a little bit, Brandon. Looks to be about 4 or 5. I've got a little bit of an awkward angle here.
2nd down and 6 for the Wolves.
The 2nd and 6 now from the 15-yard line of the Tigers. The snap to the Wolves, and the Wolves are going to throw it there. It's going to be, he's going to drops the pass there about the incomplete pass on about the 5-yard line of the Tigers.
Yeah, Olschlager put that hand out trying to bring that in, but as Coach will always tell you, you need 2 hands on the ball.
Down and 6 yards to go for the Wolves.
Wolves break the huddle.
This is a big third down for the Tigers, especially after the turnover on their first drive.
Wolves are going to take the snap, and it's going to be
fullback dive.
Yeah.
Doesn't look to pick up the first down yardage, though, so it'll bring up a 4th and long here. See what the Wolves decide to do. They're keeping the offense out on the field. Looks to be about 4th and 6 from here. Fourth and 6 from the 15.
As the Wolves break the huddle. It's going to be snap to the Wolves, and that's going to be it's incomplete pass there as the Wolves attempt to make a touchdown.
That was a big stop for the Tigers, but if you're Parker Brock, you just cannot throw that pass into triple coverage there. The Tigers played that really well defensively, and they're going to pick up the ball here now on the 15. So big stop for the Tigers, especially after the turnover. Andrew Volk will lead the offense out. It looks like the Tigers are going to stay in their shotgun formation. Twins to the left.
They're going to call a flag on the play.
It'll be false start on the Tigers here. So a not quite as bad a start as the first drive, but definitely not the direction you want to be moving in.
Yeah, 5-yard penalty on the Tigers. 1st and 15.
1st and 15 for the Tigers.
Tigers break the huddle.
Back into the shotgun, same formation. Volk's looking to throw, and
It's an incomplete.
Yeah, he had the out route open there, but Schrupp just could not pull that one in. Hit him in the hands, though, so you know he's going to hear some words from Coach when he gets back to the sideline for that drop. Hopefully he gets the opportunity to make up for it here on this drive. That'll bring up 2nd and 15. You don't need all of it here, but you do need to get closer.
2nd down and 15 for the Tigers.
As Tigers break the huddle for 2nd and 15.
The Tigers are going to come back out in their regular I formation, and it's going to be a pitch to the left side. Bilo makes the tackle at around the 10-yard line, so no gain for the Tigers. Perhaps even a loss of a yard. I don't have great field continuity here with where they're at on the field. I've got a interesting line of sight. So it is 3rd and a nautical mile for the Tigers.
As Tigers break the huddle, ball will be on the 10-yard line of the Tigers.
Volk's looking left, and
another incomplete.
Ooh, another drop for Schrupp. That's 2 consecutive incompletions to Schrupp. That'll bring up a very awkward 4th down for the Tigers here. Cole, I saw Cole Oberfell last week make an incredible punt out of the end zone, though, so I know he's capable of making some magic happen here, especially in these deep, pinned-in situations. Hopefully he can flip field position here for the Tigers. Returner for the Wolves is standing on the 50.
A snap to the Tigers, and it's going to be a kick all the way over. It's going to be bouncing on about the inside the 40-yard line of the Tigers.
Looks like the Wolves will pick it at about the 38 or 39 here. It was a solid punt from Oberfell. I think last week I saw him make a slightly better punt, but when you're pinned back like that, it's nerve-wracking for any punter.
Oh, yeah. As the Wolves break the huddle. Gets set for 1st and 10 off the 38-yard line of the Tigers.
I formation for the Wolves here. Tight end goes in motion.
A snap to the Wolves, and it's going to be
a strong front from the
tackle
Tigers
there on the 40-yard line of the Tigers.
Looked like Eli Abraham and Earl Stockman meeting there at the running back. Pickup of only a yard for the Wolves.
1 yard gain on the play brings up 2nd down and 9 for the Wolves.
Ball will be back on the 37-yard line, looks like, with the Tigers as Wolves break the huddle. Snap to the Wolves, and it's going to be handed off to number 23. That's going to be a huge tackle there by the Tigers on the 43-yard line.
So far, the Tigers' defense has been up to the challenge of this Wolves offense, which is good to see. I've seen the Tigers struggle against the run so far this season, so coach has got to feel a little bit better about how they're tackling here today. It's like a 1 yard gain there on 2nd down for Brovold, the Wolves running back, and that'll bring up 3rd and 8.
As Wolves break the huddle, and
spread look for the Wolves here. Brovold's the back in the backfield, 4 receivers on the field.
A snap to the Wolves, and Wolves are going to throw it all the way. It's going to be intercepted by the Tigers.
That's Eli Abraham with the interception. There's a flag on the play, but it came out after the interception.
Pass is intercepted by Eli Abraham.
Huge play from Eli Abraham, who's doing his best disappearing man impression on the road. He wears a different number. Threw me off here today, but we've got it figured out. He is going to be rocking not 32. Illegal chop block is the flag. Eli Abraham's wearing 63 tonight. Big play from the senior. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line here for the Tigers, looking to pick up a 1st down this time.
As Tigers break the huddle,
and that'll be a false start on the Tigers. Looks like Cole Oberfeld jumped. Third penalty for the Tigers now already in this game.
We said it's 6:23 on the clock, and score is still 0-0 here tonight in Pine River-Backus.
The Tigers have been shut out in back-to-back weeks, so they are definitely – I saw them pull out the shotgun formation earlier. Now they've got a modified I formation going on, and Volk is going to be tackled before he can even complete the handoff there. That is a rough play for the Tigers, as the Wolves were in that backfield instantly. That'll make it 2nd and forever here. Looks like 2nd and about 21, maybe 22.
2nd down and 20 for the Tigers from the 18-yard line.
As Volk loses 6.
Tigers break the huddle, and we get set for 2nd and 20 for the Tigers. Tigers take the snap. He's going to throw it all the way. It's going to be an incomplete pass.
Overthrew Owen DeBill. Dable, and that is hard to do. That's 3 straight incompletions for Volk to start this game off. Although the first 2 I wouldn't have put on Volk, as it was an accurate pass and Schrupp just couldn't hold on to it. But that one was most definitely an overthrow. And now it's 3rd and forever. which is worse than second and forever. I formation here for the Tigers. And
A snap to the Tigers. He's going to be tackled right there about the 22-yard line of the Tigers.
A strong effort from Rays, as he was able to pick up a couple. He was met immediately when he got the ball, but was able to muscle his way through some defenders for a couple yards there, 5 yards they'll give him. And Cole Oberfell will come out to punt this one.
Cole Oberfell set the kick for the Tigers.
A snap goes to the Tigers as they're going to kick it all the way. It's going to be picked up by the Wolves about their 40-yard line there. He's going to be tackled there on the 47-yard line.
That was a much better punt from Oberfell.
Yes.
Little end over end, took a good Pine River bounce. And the Wolves will start at the 47 here. Brock brings the offense out onto the field. It's the quarterback here for the Wolves.
As the Wolves break the huddle and start 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line of the Wolves. And they snap to the Wolves, and
they're going to hand that
Tigers
one
are
off.
going to tackle him right there back on the 47-yard line.
That was a fullback dive for Hedren. Just a pickup of 2. Two and a half from judging from the position of the yardstick, but I'll just smack that 2 down.
2-yard gain on that play, 2nd down and 8.
Wolves break the huddle, and it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 49-yard line of the Wolves.
Wolves are in the I formation here. Receivers on both sides.
Snap to the Wolves, and it's going to hand it off to number 25. He's going to push his way through, and Tigers are going to.
That was a tough physical run from 25.
Spin him down to the ground there, about the 46-yard line of the Tigers.
That's TJ Orton. Typically plays linebacker for the Wolves, but getting involved on the offense here and picking up a solid 5 yards for this team. And that'll bring up 3rd and short. The Wolves' playbook is completely open here.
Wolves break the huddle, and
Wolves are giving a look like they're going to run this one. I formation.
a snap to the Wolves, and it's being handed off, and it's going to be a tackle right there.
Huge play from Eli Abraham. He absolutely dove into the backfield, met the running back at the handoff point, and prevented that first down from ever even getting started.
Back by Eli Abraham for a loss of 5 on the play.
Eli Abraham already has an interception in this game. Now a huge tackle for loss on 3rd down. He came to play.
Be 4th and 7 as the Wolves break the huddle.
Shotgun look from the Wolves. 2 tight ends to the right. There's a flag.
Another flag on the play.
False start for the Wolves. That'll be their first penalty of the game here. That'll be for 5 yards.
2:36 left to go in this first quarter, and we're still sitting at 0-0 as Pine River-Backus hosts Walker-Hackensack-Akeley tonight.
I will have to say, this is the best defensive quarter of football I've seen from the Tigers so far this season. It looks good out there.
Number 60, Cole Rutten.
As Wolves break the huddle it'll be 4th and 12 from. Wolves are going to take the snap, and it's going to be another flag on the play.
Dable takes
the Tigers are going to catch it there about the 15-yard line of the Tigers and be tackled on the 35-yard line. But
very good return from Dable to give the Tigers the best field position they've had so far, outside of that first drive where the kickoff was really short and they turned it over on the second play. Dable was just missed, overthrown a little bit on a deep ball. He was able to beat the defender. You got to wonder, maybe they looked to pass the ball a little bit. All three of their incompletions, the receivers were open and the ball was in the area. So I think just a little bit of chemistry between the receivers and the quarterback is necessary there, and a big play is just waiting to happen for these Tigers.
We have a timeout on the field taken by Pine River-Backus.
Pine River-Backus Tigers take a timeout. We're sitting at 2:24 on the clock, and the score is still 0-0 as Pine River-Backus Tigers host the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves here tonight. And Pine River-Backus will be back with YourLiveEvent.com right after this.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
I didn't know either. I went to the coronation, but that's it.
And we're back here on YourLiveEvent.com as Pine River-Backus Tigers host the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves here tonight. And Pine River-Backus, we're sitting at 2:24 on the clock. Scores still 0-0.
Tigers have the ball here on the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 after a great punt return from Owen Dable. They come out in a very run-heavy formation. Whistle blown, plays called dead here. False start on the Tigers. That's their 4th penalty. I think the Tigers have more penalties than positive plays here so far, but the defense is playing well. You got to wonder, you got to hope that they're able to infect the offense with that if you're the Tigers.
As Tigers break the huddle, the 1st and 15 from the 30-yard line of the Tigers. Snap to the Tigers, and it's going to be...
Oh, Volk is under pressure, and he goes down. That is Caleb Crow on the sack. That is a huge loss for the Tigers. It's like Volk was trying to hit the play-action rollout and just got caught from behind. That's going to be a loss of 15. Oh, well, loss of 10. Forgot about the penalty before. It was 1st and 15 to begin with. So 2nd and 25 for the Tigers.
As the Tigers break the huddle, set for 2nd and 25.
And that'll be another false start for the Tigers. That one's on number 80. Logan Tomensky.
5-yard penalty brings up 2nd down and 30.
2nd and 30 for the Tigers. Not the direction you want to be moving, as they are going to be taking this next snap from the 15.
Timeout on the field taken by PRB.
Pine River-Backus Tigers take a timeout. We'll be right back as we sit about a minute 35 left in the first quarter. Score is still 0-0 as the Tigers host the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves here tonight. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com right after this.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget moonlight bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-31.
And we are back here on YourLiveEvent.com as the Pine River-Backus Tigers host the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves here tonight in Pine River-Backus.
It is 2nd and 30 here for the Tigers as they break the huddle and head up to the line. They're in the I formation. 2 receivers outside and another
flag on the play for the Tigers.
This is just a momentum killer. Tough to kill the momentum when you're not able to pick it up to begin with. But the Tigers are moving only the wrong direction right now. It'll be 2nd and 35.
as the Tigers break the huddle. Snap goes to the Tigers and be
just a quick run up the middle, pickup of a couple.
1 yard gain on the play brings up third, 34.
Only 1 yard there for Rays.
As Tigers break the huddle, about a minute left to go in this first quarter, be 3rd and 34.
3rd and 34.
As Tigers take the snap, it's going to run up the left side there, tackled on about the 14-yard line of the Tigers.
3-yard gain for Reyes on that handoff, and that will at least get them out of the shadow of their own end zone as Oberfell will come out to punt again.
As the Tigers break the huddle.
This has got to be frustrating to see from the Tigers coaches, because it's not even the Wolves who are pushing you back. It's just offensive mistakes, mental mistakes that are holding this team down. When they're able to run plays, they do typically pick up a couple.
As the Tigers break the huddle, as we get set to punt once again. He's going to kick all the way and be caught by the Wolves there and about the 40-yard line of the Tigers.
Fair catch for the Wolves, so they'll take that at about the 37, 38. He was able to fall forward to the 35, but I think the ref's going to move this one back for the fair catch signal. And more laundry on the field. Oh. Flag on the field, still waiting on the signal from the ref. Offsides?
There was a delay of game called.
Nah, they're going to call that delay of game on the Wolves.
Back about 5 yards.
So the Wolves will back it up to about the 47 here at the end of the first quarter. And it's 0-0.
That's going to be the first quarter. Score, Pine River-Backus Tigers 0 and the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves 0. We'll be back here on YourLiveEvent.com right after this.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Back here on YourLiveEvent.com as the Pine River-Backus Tigers host the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves tonight in Pine River-Backus. And
I formation for the Wolves as they come out for the first play here of this drive.
snap to the Wolves.
The Tigers defense is playing very well right now, hoping that makes up for how the offense is faring so far. That handoff goes to Brovold. And Eli Abraham is down on the field for the Tigers. That is a bad look for the Tigers. He's been a huge player for them already today. Has an interception and a huge tackle for loss on third down. They cannot afford to lose Abraham here. He gets involved on offense. He's a stud on defense, as we've seen already. This would be huge loss. Hoping he's okay. Trainers out there looking at him now.
As we take a timeout for an injury here on the field, we'll be back on yourliveevent.com right after this.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less.
Back here on yourliveevent.com as the Pine River-Backus Tigers host the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves tonight.
Abraham was able to walk off the field with the help of the coaches. Here comes the play from the Wolves. And that is a huge completion for the Wolves. That one's to number 3, Belo, makes the big catch. And that'll be a first down for the Wolves. Pickup of about 10 there. It was 2nd and 8.
10-yard gain on that play brings up first down and 10 for the Wolves.
First and 10 for the Wolves as they break the huddle, and ball will be on the 35-yard line of the Tigers.
I formation for the Wolves. Again, update on that Abraham injury. He was able to walk off the field. He was clutching his left arm. Huge play broken here by Brovold as he makes a man miss in the defensive secondary and breaks a big one here for about 20. Tackled by Earl Stockman.
That's a first down for the Wolves.
Looks to be about a gain of 18 for Brovold there.
As the Wolves break the huddle, it'll be first and 10 off of the 21-yard line of the Tigers.
High formation, twins to the left here for the Wolves. And it's a handoff to Brovold again. He's brought down immediately. That is George Stockman on the tackle. Loss of 2.
2-yard loss on the play. Second down and 12 for the Wolves.
Tigers defense out to show that Abraham wasn't the only player out there.
As the Wolves break the huddle for 2nd and 12. Ball will be on the 23-yard line of the Tigers. Be a snap to the Wolves. He's going to throw it all the way as it's going to be an incomplete.
Olschlager reached that left hand out, but the pass was just a little behind. It was good coverage from the Tigers DB, but unable to bring that one in is Olschlager. So that'll be 3rd and 12 now. 0-0 here in the second. 10 minutes, 12 seconds left to go. 3rd and 12 from the
23-yard line of the Tigers.
Yeah. Completion for Brock there. The Wolves have already shown that they're not huge field goal kickers, as they went for it on 4th and I believe 4th and 6 down at the other end of the field when they were pretty close. So got to assume they go for it on 4th down, especially since they're so deep on the Tigers' side of the field, which if you know you're going to go for it on 4th down, that means you don't need all of it here. I'm thinking
As we break the huddle once again, it'll be 3rd and 12.
a little outside run maybe. We'll see what the Wolves decide to do here on 3rd down. Yeah, outside
To the
run.
Wolves, and he's going to run it down the left side. Tackled there about the 15-yard line of the Tigers.
I'm like Tony Romo, calling things before it happens. Just kidding. Outside zone was a little predictable there, but. So 4th and 4, maybe 4th and 5. A big run for Brovold. Picks up 7, 8 actually. It'll be 4th and 4. As the Wolves are in the red zone here. 4th and 4. Tigers have already made one big 4th down stop today. See if they can make another one here.
A snap to the Wolves.
It's going to be a blitz, and it gets through. Oh, and the interception's dropped, but that's a good thing because it's 4th down, so they'll get it up at the 15 anyways. Although the interception might have happened almost in the end zone if Oberfell was able to come down with it. Honestly, just impressive for a defensive lineman to be able to get up for that one. Oberfell almost mossed the receiver. Last week he was punting, and one punt went way over his head, and he was able to get up and make the catch. So I know he's capable of bringing those in, but they're probably a good thing to just let that one fall to the ground. And the Tigers' offense will come out here 1st and 10 from the 15. I formation for the Tigers. One receiver on each side.
Snap goes to the Tigers.
Yeah, and Reyes goes nowhere as he's tackled for about a yard loss.
About the 15-yard line of the Tigers.
1 yard loss on the play brings up 2nd and 11 for the Tigers.
2nd and 11, loss of a yard, but no penalty. So, some positives here for the Tigers now.
As the Tigers break the huddle from the 14-yard line, it'll be 2nd and 11. A snap to the Tigers.
Ooh, Reyes makes a sick move in the backfield and then gets behind his blockers. That is going to be a 5-6 yard gain for Reyes there. I have terrible spatial awareness. That's going to be almost 10 yards. 9 yards for Reyes. That'll bring up 3rd and short. This will be the Tigers' best opportunity at a 1st down all night. We got about 8 minutes left here in the 2nd quarter. Reyes is coming off the field here on 3rd down. Owen Dable is in the backfield as a running back, typically plays receiver. And it's a fullback dive from Earl Stockman, and he bruises this Wolves defense as he rumbles forward for about 8. That's Earl Stockman, big number 44, the fullback, and that is a Tigers 1st down. The chain gang gets to move the chains forward for the Tigers for the first time tonight. Chain gang brought to you by Stonemark Land Surveying. Contact Stonemark Land Surveying in Pequot Lakes for your property boundary measurement needs. Visit stonemarksurvey.com where every foot counts.
Snap goes to the Tigers, and it's going to be...
Oh, Dable makes a man miss.
Gets away all the way up to the left sideline. Be tackled there about the 15-yard line of the Wolves.
Shoestring tackle on Dable. He almost housed that one. That is a... Let's see, we started at the 34 down to the 15. Oh, and it's coming back. There's a holding penalty.
Another penalty on the Tigers.
That is a heartbreaker for the Tigers. A huge play from Owen Dable just brought back by poor blocking. Dable comes off the field. Might need some oxygen after that one. Who knows? He doesn't look like he needs oxygen. And Sean Reyes checks back into the game as the running back.
After the penalty, Tigers will have first and 20 from the 24-yard line.
A first and 20 for the Tigers from the 24-yard line. As the
That
Tigers
is
break the huddle.
Tough penalty.
Snap goes to the Tigers.
Oh, Reyes is brought down for like a 3 or 4 yard loss there. And let's say loss of 1 on the play. So 2nd and 21 for the Tigers here.
Ball will be on the 23-yard line of the Tigers. As the Tigers break the huddle for a 2nd and 21. Be a snap to the Tigers.
Volk's got time. He's got a man open downfield. But the throw is
Out of
just out of bounds. Incomplete for Volk. 4 straight incompletions to start out the game here for Volk. It'll bring up 3rd and a long ways to go. Man, gotta kick yourself as a quarterback for missing an opportunity like that.
Oh, yeah.
Had the receiver wide open downfield. That was Logan Tomensky.
As the Tigers break the huddle. Be a snap to the Tigers. He's going to throw it. He's going to throw it to the left side there. It's incomplete.
Oh, close on that one, but Schrupp was just, no, that was Dable. Dable just a little too slow to get up to that one. Right past his hands. But very close on that one. Closer than the last one downfield. And it is still 0-0. We got 6 minutes left to go till halftime. Oberfell's back to punt this one. But at least he's not doing it from his own end zone this time.
We get set once again. Be a snap to the Tigers and be punt picked up by the Wolves about the 45-yard line and be tackled there. Another flag on the play.
This one looks like it's going to be on the Wolves here. Look to be a block in the back. At least I think that's what I saw. Going to wait on the signal from the ref. Personal foul on the Wolves. Yep, block in the back. Look at me. So that's a 15-yard penalty. So that'll be the worst penalty yardage on the day for a single penalty, although the Tigers have definitely accumulated more penalties. And the Wolves will start this one from about the 37, maybe the 38.
As the Wolves break the huddle. First and 10 from the 37-yard line of the Wolves. Wolves take the snap. And the Wolves are going to push their way through all the way to the 46-yard line of the Wolves side and
faked the pitch to the outside there and then turned around and handed it to Olschlager, who was the up back, and he was able to dive that one forward for about 7.
Be 2nd and 2 for the Wolves as they break the huddle. About 5 minutes left to go in the first half. As Wolves break the huddle, and it's going to be snapped to the Wolves. Another flag on the play.
Yeah, more laundry here for the Wolves. They didn't pick up the first down. So we'll see what the penalty is, but it looks to be maybe 3rd and inches, maybe 3rd and a yard for the Wolves. Ooh, illegal chop block. So the Wolves will back up here.
Elementary flag football players, halftime entertainment. 5th and 6th grade, head over to the game clock. 3rd and 4th grade, please go underneath the American flag for halftime entertainment. 5th and 6th grade meet at the
And another 15-yard penalty for the Wolves. So despite having less than half as many penalties, they have just about the same amount of penalty yards against them.
It'll be 2nd and 17 for the Wolves as they break the huddle.
I formation for the Wolves. They're keeping the heavy set in. Only 2 receivers out there. And Recky breaks a couple arm tackles. Another flag.
There is a penalty marker down.
Another flag on the play.
See who this one's on. Personal foul, face mask, defense. So the Tigers with their first defensive penalty.
That will be a 15-yard penalty and automatic first down.
I have the Tigers at 7 penalties for 50 yards just in the first half here today. So automatic first down on the face mask. The rush was about 12 yards for Rutke, I believe.
The ball will be on the 47-yard line of the Tigers. Another flag on the play.
Penalty marker on the field.
Another flag on the defense. Looks like they're calling too many men. What is?
That penalty will go against the Pine River-Backus.
Another penalty on the Tigers.
I don't know. I'm not 100% certain what the penalty there was.
Ball will be on the 33-yard line of the Tigers.
It'll be another 15-yarder though.
Yes.
Rucky takes the dive up the middle, picks up about 8. Nah, looks like 7 maybe for Rucky. 6. Second and 4 now for the Wolves.
Ball will be
I
on the
formation.
27-yard line of the Tigers. Snap to the Wolves, and Wolves number 5 is looking to throw it. It's going to be incomplete.
Tried to hit the corner route to the big tight end there. Could not find him. Looks like he was breaking open, but maybe the throw just a little too early there. So it'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Wolves, Brock, and this offense. Parker Brock's 1 for 5 for 10 yards and an interception so far today.
As Wolves break the huddle, 3rd and 4 from the 27-yard line of the Tigers.
I formation.
A snap to the Wolves and
hand off to the fullback here. That's Hedren. He's going to pick up a first down for the Wolves. That'll be a pickup of 8 for Hedren.
7-yard gain on the play.
They say 7.
That's a Walker-Hackensack-Akeley first down.
I love when I call out the yards and then I hear someone say something else, and I'm like, ooh, bad math on my part. Listen, I got to do a lot of adding and subtracting very quickly here in the studio. I'm liable to make mistakes.
It pays to be good at math.
Yeah.
Play-by-play for football.
I formation here for the Wolves, 1st and 10. It's going to be a straight drop. Oh, and the curl route just incomplete on the outside. Bounced off
right
the
out of his
receiver.
hands there.
Yeah, that's Crow with the drop there. I'll keep it 2nd and 10. 1 of 6 now is Parker Brock, the Wolves QB.
As the Wolves break the huddle, be 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line of the Tigers.
I formation again here for the Wolves. The Tigers are pumping the crowd up.
Snap to the Wolves,
and it worked. The Tigers defense comes up big. Huge stop as they tackle. I think that was Retke on the run. He loses about 2. So it'll be 3rd and 12 for the Wolves here from the 22-yard
line of the Tigers.
Just outside the red zone. Parker Brock comes into the huddle, calls the play quick.
As the Wolves break the huddle.
It's like they're going to hang out in the shotgun here for 3rd down. They got trips to the right. Tigers call timeout.
As the Penn River-Backus Tigers take a timeout, we're still scored 0-0 against the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves here tonight in Penn River-Backus with 2:30 left on the clock in this first half. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com right after this.
And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
Back here on yourliveevent.com as the Pine River-Backus Tigers host the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves tonight from Pine River-Backus. Be 3rd and 12 now for the Wolves. Be a snap to the Wolves. He's going to hand it off over to the number 2 there. Up the right side, and he's going to try to push his way through all the way to the Tigers. About 16-yard line.
That's Rutke on the carry there. Pickup of 9 for Rutke. 4th and 3 for the Wolves. This is a very necessary play for the Tigers. I mean, it's 0-0. You haven't given up any points so far, but the way the offense has been playing, you can't count on points to come anytime soon. I formation, heavy set.
Be a snap to the Wolves.
Inside run from, and he's going nowhere. The Tigers defense steps up to the challenge. Earl Stockman and Cole Oberfell in on the tackle. Oh, not Oberfell. Earl Stockman and Dalton Myers in on the stop for the Tigers. So that'll turn it over to the offense again. Although they start with terrible field position at about the 13.
Be a 1st and 10 now for the Tigers.
No, officials call a timeout here.
There's about 1:36 left to go in the first half. There's still 0-0 here tonight in Pine River-Backus as the Tigers break the huddle from the 13-yard line of the Tigers. It'll be 1st and 10. Be a snap to the Tigers.
And that's Earl Stockman, I believe, on the carry. Or was that Reyes? No, that was Stockman. Rumbling forward for about 8. He's staying consistent. His first carry was 8 yards as well.
As the Tigers break the huddle. Be a snap to the Tigers.
Oh, another handoff to Stockman on the dive. Looks like he may have picked this one up, but if he did, just barely. They're going to say that's 3rd and inches for Stockman.
3rd down and 2 for the Tigers.
Stockman.
As we wind down here in the first half, about 40 seconds left to go. We're 3rd and 1.
40 seconds and counting on the halftime. 3rd down. We'll see
Ball
if the
will be on
Tigers try and pull something.
23-yard line of the Tigers as Tigers break the huddle.
Owen Dable had the huge play earlier that was called back, as this one's a sneak from Volk. He picks up the 1st down. 19 seconds on the clock.
That run was good enough for a Tiger 1st down.
Looks to be about 5 yards for Volk, which brings his total to -1. And looks like they're just going to let the clock run out on this, so we will get to the halftime show in just a minute. It's been a eventful, if not high-scoring first half so far, but we'll get to that all in just a minute here after this break.
We are 0-0 here at the half as River-Backus Tigers host the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves, and we'll be back with the halftime report right after this on yourliveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC. Online at schruppexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business. The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
Welcome to the halftime show, everybody. I'm Cullen Bosman. Joining me today is Brandon. It has been a very defensive battle here in the first half. It started with just some offensive errors for the Tigers, and really those never got put away in the first half, so they're definitely going to need to clean that up in the second. On the first drive, it was a 5-yard gain for the Tigers on their first offensive play. Second offensive play, fumbled the snap, and the Wolves were able to recover that. Fortunately for the Tigers, they were able to stop them on 4th down in the red zone, so no score was produced, which led to the 0-0 score we're at here at halftime. On the returning drive, Eli Abraham was able to pick up an interception on, I believe, 3rd down for the Tigers, so they were able to get the ball back, and then after not going anywhere because of 3 consecutive penalties that ended up in a 3rd and 35 situation for the Tigers, and they punted over to the Wolves. The Wolves had their own 4th and short opportunity, which was put to rest by Eli Abraham again as he made a huge tackle in the backfield. However, on the ensuing drive, Abraham would get injured, something with his left arm or wrist, and he has not returned to the field since, although he was able to walk off the field on his own power. Statistically, the Tigers have had kind of an up-and-down start. Reyes, the starting running back, has about 25 yards, but he's had a couple negative runs as well, where the blocking was just unable to hold up. Andrew Vogt is 0 for 5 so far passing. He's been able to hit some receivers in the hands, but the drops have come through for the Tigers, which is not a problem we want to have. Earl Stockman's been the most effective rusher for the Tigers. He has 3 carries for 18 yards. Andrew Vogt did take a sack as well early in the first half as he was trying to hit a rollout pass off of play action. For the Wolves, Brovold, number 23, their starting running back, has kind of led the way for this team. He's got 26 yards on the ground and has really been the engine that's pushing this offense forward. Hedren, the fullback, has come in some short yardage situations, has 9 yards on the ground so far. Brock, the quarterback, is 1 for 6 with an interception for 10 yards. Not the interception. 1 completion for 10 yards and an interception. That 1 completion went to Bilo, who has 10 receiving yards. The real story of this game has been the battle with the refs. The Wolves have 3 penalties for 35 yards, but the Tigers have a whopping 8 penalties for 65 yards in just the first half. if they want to move the ball forward at all, the Tigers will need to cut down on those penalties. It was several false starts that really led to those penalties, although they also received a holding penalty and an unnecessary roughness penalty on defense for a face mask. Those penalties have really kind of driven this Tigers offense into the ground. Even at one point, wide receiver Owen Dable was able to take a handoff on an outside zone run for about 40 or 50 yards, and the entire play was called back due to a holding penalty. So if the Tigers can cut down on those just mental errors and things that are not impacted at all by the team you're playing, they have a real shot to move the ball and get some points up on offense. For the Wolves, it is going to be your third and fourth down conversions that they need to work on. Several times they've had third and short, fourth and short, and the Tigers have been able to stop them every single time so far. Making big tackles in the backfield has Earl Stockman's gotten back there. Eli Abraham's gotten back there, although he'll likely be out for the rest of the game. The Tigers' defense has so far been up to the challenge, and outside of the one face mask penalty, they've kept it pretty clean today. So hopefully for the Tigers, their defense can keep up that level of play, and the offense will cut out the mental errors that have kind of marked this first half. The Wolves have been able to move the ball well, and they've, of course, been trying to take advantage of the penalties on the Tigers' offense. But the defensive front from the Tigers has just been making too many good plays. The Tigers have designed some very effective blitz packages, gotten the quarterback on the run, which has led to some very inaccurate passes. Cole Oberfell, a defensive lineman, almost came down with an interception on fourth down in where the Wolves could have scored if he wasn't there for it. So Tigers defense is playing really well. Tigers offense is playing really poorly. For the Wolves, they've been all right all around defensively and offensively. They've just struggled to finish on offense. Third and fourth down have really kind of been the crucible that they haven't been able to make it through so far. But that's all I've got for our halftime show here. We'll be back in a couple minutes with the kickoff of the second half.
We'll be right back here on yourliveevent.com right after this.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC, online at schruppexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business. The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, Email prbboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Hanneken Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hanneken Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hanneken Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hanneken Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannekenInsurance.com. Let Hanneken Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
We're back here on YourLiveEvent.com as the Pine River-Backus Tigers host the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves here tonight in Pine River-Backus. Some other games going on tonight on our other RJ broadcasting stations include over on KLKS, Talk 100 final score at Pequot Lakes at Proctor. Pequot Lakes took that game 65-0, and over on Cash 95.9, Pillagers taking on Parker's Prairie, and at halftime, Pillager is leading 22-0. As we're still 0-0 here in the going into the third quarter here, winding down as we get set for the kickoff of the third quarter. Should be an interesting second half here at Pine River-Backus tonight. We had some halftime entertainment from the 5th and 6th graders doing some flag football. If you're wondering, people watching with us tonight have wondered what was going on in the field during the halftime report.
Saw Owen Dable out there practicing his gritty. Probably hoping he'll get the opportunity to whip that out tonight, although I don't know if Coach will like it. Penalties were the story in the first half for both teams, although mainly for the Tigers. 8 for 65 is a bad look. 6 of those were on the offense. And we'll see if Eli Abraham makes his way onto the field or if his night is done here in this second half. Abraham's number is 63, so we'll keep an eye out for him.
Hopefully won't have as many penalties called in the second half.
Yeah, tons of laundry in the first half. It seemed like every other play, the clock was being stopped for a flag. Refs are talking things over at midfield. Probably thinking about maybe we let some things slide in the second half. There was some pretty atrocious false starts, though, so I don't blame them for calling as many penalties as they did. But it will be a long second half if we get more flags like that. 11 total penalties I counted between both teams.
Wow. That's a lot for just being the first half.
Oh, yeah. And I don't see any sign of Eli Abraham down there, so I'm going to go ahead and safely assume his night's over. But the defense was still playing well after he went out. He did make the 2 huge plays early, but Earl Stockman and company were able to kind of pick up the slack when he came off the field. The Wolves are going to receive the kick here as the Tigers had the ball first. I wonder what Oberfeld's talking to the ref about right now. I mean, you'd think kicking the ball wouldn't require this much of a conversation. Maybe they know each other.
As we get set to kick off from the 40-yard line in this third quarter and second half. As the Tigers are talking things over with the officials down on the field, as Tigers will kick off from their 40-yard line. And
back deep to return is Rutke.
And Wolves pick it up there about the 20-yard line, roughly, of the
Rutke
Wolves,
makes
and
a
he's going to
man
push his
miss.
way through.
Rutke with a good move. Looks like he's going to go out around the 35 there. They'll give him the 33. 34? 33.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wolves on the Wolves' 33-yard line as they break the huddle.
Earl Stockman's going to be roaming over the middle of the field here. Single safety back. It looks like they're in man.
Be a snap to the Wolves.
And Rutke takes a lick but stays on his feet. And he'll go out right at the 50, maybe the 49. But a gain of 19 for Rutke. Big play to start off this drive for the Wolves. He took a absolute lump about 5 yards into that run, but was able to bounce off it and keep going.
As the Wolves break the huddle, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line of the Wolves.
I formation for the Wolves here.
Snap to the Wolves.
Brock hands this to Rutke again. And the Tigers will not give up 19 again as they stuff him after about 2. Cole Oberfell in on the tackle. Oh, 3 for Rutke on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 7.
As the Wolves break the huddle, ball will be on the 48-yard line of the Tigers.
Wolves have not passed the ball in a while. They've been running
Snap
a
to
lot.
the Wolves.
Fullback dive to Hedren, but no gain on that. Absolutely stuffed. The Stockman brothers meeting in the gap there to stop him.
No gain on the play. 3rd down and 7 for the Wolves.
Ball will be back on the 48-yard line of the Tigers as the Wolves break the huddle. A 3rd and 7.
I formation.
Be a snap to the Wolves.
It's going to be a rollout for Brock.
He's going to throw it. It's going to be
just out of reach.
Incomplete pass there, about the pushed out of bounds about the 36-yard line of the Tigers.
Olslogger, it's 2 times now I've seen him try and reach one hand out to bring those in. Got to get 2 hands on the ball in those situations. He was open, and if the ball hits your hand, you should catch it. That's what Coach Stolsky always used to tell me back at Brainerd.
As Wolves break the huddle. He's going to punt.
Tiger bounce on the punt. There is a flag on the play. It was a beauty of a punt, just took a bad bounce. See what the flag is here. Holding on the Tigers here.
Referee signals.
So another penalty for the Tigers.
That's a 10-yard penalty.
That is their 9th penalty for 75 total yards now on the game. So the Tigers will kick this one off at 1st and 10 from about the
13-yard line of the Tigers. Be a snap to the Tigers as he's trying to run his way through all the way to the 20-yard line.
Sean Reyes, your ball carriers.
That was a big play from Reyes.
On the tackle.
Ray is on the carry.
8 yards.
He's
maybe
2nd and 2.
8-yard gain, 2nd down and 2 for PRV.
Maybe the shotgun run could be the new strat here for the Tigers.
As Tigers break the huddle.
Back in the shotgun, Reyes is the back. They got trips to the left here. Got him. Owen
Snap
Dable's
to the
in
Tigers.
motion. Flag
Another
is
flag
out.
on the play.
This one's going deep. He's open. And that's Temensky who makes the catch, but there is a flag on the play, so we'll see if this one comes back as well. And yeah, this one's going to come back. Holding for the Tigers here.
Another penalty on the Tigers here. First one in the second half.
It is going to be 10 penalties now for 85 yards. The Tigers have significantly more penalty yardage than actual yardage in this game.
Be a 2nd and 12 for the Tigers from the 11-yard line. As the Tigers break the huddle.
They're back in the I formation, strength of the formation to the right.
To the Tigers.
Hand off to Earl Stockman, and he gets through the second level and just cruises to the 35 where he's taken down. That'll be a first down for the Tigers.
All right.
The result of that run is a Tiger first down!
Finally, a big play for the Tigers that doesn't get called back. That was a 23-yard carry for Stockman.
As we get set for 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 35-yard line, snap to the Tigers, and it's going to be
end around, and it looks like it's going to be a wide receiver toss for Oberfell, but it's intercepted.
Another flag on the play.
There's a flag down. Cole Rutten intercepted the end around receiver pass from Oberfell.
Cole Oberfell pass incomplete.
And the
Another
penalty's
penalty
on the Tigers.
Signals interception.
So the Wolves are going to decline that penalty, obviously, and take the interception. As Oberfell was hit as he threw, it kind of came out as a duck, didn't go very far, and the defender right in front of him, I believe Cole Rutten, was able to get a hand up and bat it down to himself for the interception. So the Wolves will take over 1st and 10 from the Tigers' 40.
As Wolves break the huddle. 1st and 10 for the Wolves.
That is a big interception for the junior offensive lineman, Cole Rutten.
Snap to the Wolves. He's looking to throw. It's going to be caught there by number 14, pushed out of bounds.
That is the first completion for the or no, that's the second completion. My bad. I forgot. That one's the first completion for Crow here.
Pushed out of bounds about the 35-yard line of the Tigers.
Gain of 6 for Crow. Only 2 completions on the night for Brock, the Wolves quarterback.
So we break the huddle for the Wolves. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 35-yard line of the Tigers.
In the shotgun.
Be a snap to the Wolves is handed off to number 23. He's going to run it up the left sideline, tackled there about the 32-yard line of the Tigers.
Brovold picks up about 3 there. That'll bring up 3rd and just a yard or 2. The Tigers' defense has been very good on 3rd and 4th down, especially in short yardage situations so far today.
The
Wolves are
break
in
the huddle.
I formation. It's going to be a handoff to the fullback. They are going to pick up the first here. The Tigers are trying to rip the ball out, but TJ Orton does get to the ground. Pickup of about 5 for Orton. That's his 3rd carry of the evening. Tigers got 5 men down on the line of scrimmage. Ooh, check that.
The Wolves break the huddle. Be 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line of the Tigers. They snap to the Wolves. Handoff to number 23 of the Wolves and be brought down by number 20. Brody Mongan on the tackle for the Tigers.
There's a gain of 4 for Brovold on the speed option. A good read.
As the Wolves break the huddle for our 2nd and 7 now from the 24-yard line of the Tigers.
Brovold's the running back. Brock in the shotgun.
To the Wolves. Wolves are going to throw it.
Deep ball here. Caught but incomplete. It's knocked out by the Tigers defender. Temensky in coverage there, breaks that one up, saves a touchdown. Joseph Bilo tried to go up and high point that one, but was absolutely crushed by Temensky right after the ball hit his hands. Wonderful timing from Temensky defensively. Could have easily have been a pass interference call if he was a second earlier, but he got there at just the right moment to break that one up and have it be a clean play. Spread look for the Wolves. Shotgun.
The Wolves break the huddle. It's a snap to the Wolves, and it's going to be number 2 there, trying to make his way down the left sideline.
Rucky breaks multiple tackles, and he picks up the first down off of that. He bounced out probably twice, maybe 3 times, as defenders kept running into him, and he kept bouncing off. He will pick up about 8 here for the first down.
Officials timeout on the field. Official signals first down to the Wolves.
We have an injury on the field with one of the River-Backus Tigers.
Number 79, George Stockman. He's been a big piece on that defensive line today. Has made a couple of big plays in the backfield. And after losing one defensive starter already in Eli Abraham, although Stockman able to walk out under his own power, he looks like he might be okay, just needs a breather for a play or two.
It'll be 1st and 10. Ball on the 16-yard line of the Tigers. Snap to the Wolves, and Wolves are going to throw it. It's going to be caught there by a tackle there by the Tigers. Be Owen Daybill on the tackle.
Crow almost took that one in. He dove for the line to the end zone line there, but was just a couple yards short, 3 yards short. So it'll be 1st and goal. Caleb Crow with a big catch there for the Wolves, set up them in perfect scoring opportunity here. We'll see if they run the ball here on 1st and goal. It's a counter to Rucky. He's hitting the backfield. And no signal from the ref. They're going to say he's short. Gain of 1 for Rucky. Cole Oberfell on the tackle. Cole Oberfell listed as a defensive lineman. He has been in coverage several times today and has made plays in coverage.
As gets set for 2nd and 2, snap goes to the Wolves.
That's Orton on the fullback dive. And it's a touchdown. The refs throw the hands up. So a 2-yard touchdown for TJ Orton. And those are our first points on the game here. 4.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Wolves touchdown as they break the huddle.
And it does look like the Wolves will kick the extra point here. And this one is no good as it hangs right and is just short too. Looked like maybe a bad hold there as the holder kind of took a second to get the ball down, but no extra point as would be expected in a game as defensive as this one.
As the kick is no good, Walker-Hackensack-Akeley leads 6-0 here with 4:37 to go in the third quarter.
The pressure is on the Tigers now. The Wolves were able to strike first eventually. It took a while for the first strike, but the pressure is now on for the Tigers. They need to score. Four minutes, 37 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. It'll be first, well, it won't be 1st and 10. The Wolves are going to have to kick this one off to the Tigers. Back to return is Adrian Schrupp and Owen Dable. To kick for the Wolves here is Nico Morrow. Nico Morrow, maybe.
As the Wolves get set to kick from the 40-yard line.
Oh, never mind. Actually kicking is Cole Rutten. Morrow is just on the kickoff team.
As Rutten gets the kick, it's to be picked up by the Tigers about the 24-yard line as it pushes way through.
Whip here for Reyes, but he's got room.
Tigers all the way down.
And Reyes will go down at about the 31 there.
All the way up the left sideline for the Tigers.
A huge play on special teams for the Tigers here. They needed that. Excellent field position and a wonderful kick return off of a squib from the Wolves by Sean Reyes.
After the Reyes return, Tigers take over 1st and 10.
That is the biggest Tigers play of the day that has not been called back by a penalty.
We get set for 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 32-yard line of the Wolves.
I formation for the Tigers. Off
Snap
coverage
to
from
the
the
Tigers.
DBs. Earl Stockman gets the carry, and he's going to wrestle forward for about 5 or maybe 6. 5 yards for Stockman.
As the Tigers break the huddle from the 2nd and 6 from the 28-yard line. Snap to the Tigers.
Reyes gets this one, and Reyes fumbles, but Reyes looks like he's able to grab his own fumble. Both teams are saying they got it, and the Tigers maintain. Reyes fumbles, but is able to dive on it and keep the ball for the Tigers, and that'll be a pickup of a yard.
2 yards gain on the play, 3rd down and 4 for PRB.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Tigers.
As the Tigers break the huddle, ball will be on the 26-yard line of the Wolves for 3rd and 4. Snap to the Tigers, and it's be handed off. Brought down.
Dable's brought down at the original line of scrimmage. Nailed in the backfield by T.J. Orton. Last time Dable touched the ball, it was a 40 or 50-yard run that was called back by a penalty. This time, a 6-yard tackle for loss. I guess they'll say 5-yard tackle for loss there.
As the Tigers break the huddle, 4th and 9 from the 31-yard line of the Wolves. A snap to the Tigers.
Low snap. Vogt's got the man on the out, but
it's incomplete.
Schrupp just doesn't put both hands on it. It looked like he never really found the ball in the air. He was wide open for the first down there. I really couldn't tell you what happened with Schrupp there. That pass, by all means, should have been completed. I mean, maybe he's thinking the defender's right behind him. But on 4th down, you really need to make that play as an offense, especially on this side of the field. Big drop from Adrian Schrupp on 4th down.
He gets set for 1st and 10. Snap to the.
It'll be a slant here to Olschlager, who picks up about 15 or 16 on the completion.
As the Wolves break the huddle, ball will be on the 49-yard line of the Wolves.
I'm mistaken on that. That was Caleb Crow on that.
And
I formation.
Snap to the Wolves, and will be brought down there right at the 49-yard line of the Wolves.
Huge tackle from Cole Oberfeld. Just stopped Brovold in his tracks. 1-yard carry there. Brings up 2nd and 9. Cole Oberfeld with just the definition of a form tackle on that one.
1-yard gain, 2nd down 9 for the Wolves.
Oberfeld seems to be having a jersey problem. George Stockman, by the way, for an injury update, he's back out there.
And be a snap to the Wolves as we handed off. Number 23 is going to be tackled right about the 47-yard line of the Tigers.
Earl Stockman on the tackle there. Pickup of maybe a yard for Brovold. George Stockman might be down again.
Looks like we have another injury from George Stockman again.
He came out earlier, but he was decidedly fine and went back in. Now the trainer's coming out to have a look at him. We'll see if he's okay. They're going to help him off the field. He's walking under his own power, though. Maybe just a little cramping there for old Stockman. I guess that would be young Stockman, as Earl Stockman would be old Stockman. It'll be 3rd and 6, maybe 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 for the Wolves here. The Tigers have been pretty solid on 3rd and 4th today. The last drive out, the Wolves were able to convert a couple times, but overall, the Tigers have been playing very good defense. It's a spread look, high snap for Brock. He's on the run. There's a flag on the play. Brock's going to scramble for this one, and if the scramble stands, he picks up the first down. But the laundry is out there, so we're probably going to bring this one back and run back third down here.
As we wind down in the third quarter, about 44 seconds left on the clock. Walker-Hackensack-Akeley leads 6-0.
And that will be a holding penalty on the Wolves here. Their fourth.
10-yard penalty brings up third down and 17 yards.
So 3rd and 17, the Tigers kind of get saved by the penalty. Although you can't say they were saved. They performed really well. They didn't allow the pass to happen. The pressure was there quick enough that Brock had to get on the run, and no one came open downfield. So good defense overall. Just eventually the scramble opened up, and you could say maybe that's because of the holding.
We get set for 3rd and 17. They snap to the Wolves, and Wolves are going to throw it, and he's going to be caught.
What a
caught
catch!
About the 20.
Owen Dable in great coverage. That is Bilo who makes the catch.
About the 21-yard line of the Tigers.
That is almost that is, I believe, a 52 or 53-yard completion. $34. Okay, I was doing bad math too. I saw weird numbers over there.
Not just us over here.
Yeah. 34 for Brock. That's his biggest completion of the day, and back-to-back completions for Brock now.
As the Wolves take the snap.
That is a huge play. Flag, false start on the Wolves, so they'll back up here.
With 4 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
And they're going to let this clock run out on the third quarter, so we'll come back here in the fourth after the team switch sides on the field and give me a little bit of a better angle to watch the end of this drive here.
Pine River-Backus taking on the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves tonight. Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves lead 6-0 here, and we're going to the final quarter. We'll be back here on YourLiveEvent.com right after this.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community. Making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
Back here on YourLiveEvent.com as the Pine River-Backus Tigers host the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves tonight. Walker-Hackensack-Akeley leads 6-0 against Pine River-Backus. Beautiful night here in Pine River-Backus tonight. We're now in the final quarter as we get set. 1st and 15.
And Brovold is going to get absolutely slaughtered in the backfield here by multiple Tigers. That's the Stockman brothers again combining for that TFL. And Brovold comes up a little gimpy, but he stays on the field.
Officials.
Nope, he will check out, actually.
Officials call a timeout.
Subbing in is Rutke for Brovold. What was that?
7-yard loss on the play.
7-yard loss on that last run.
Check that 2-yard loss, 2nd down and 17.
As the Wolves break the huddle.
I formation, strength of the line is to the left. They got 2 receivers out right, twins.
As Wolves take the snap, and it's going to be...
And, man, almost an interception, but the Tigers playing a little bit of defense on themselves there to break that one up. Overall, an incompletion is still a win for the defense here. That'll bring up 3rd and forever. There was, looked like, a little bit of PI there, but at the beginning, you do get a safety cushion from the refs of about 4 yards where you can make real contact with the receiver before they consider throwing a flag. But it did kind of look to me like Oberfeld carried that guy downfield. No flag on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and forever.
As Wolves take the snap, it's going to be a complete pass over, tackled on.
And it's Olschlager on the
20-yard line.
It'll bring up 4th down and 5 or 6. I think that'll be 4th and 6. An 11-yard catch for Olschlager.
11-yard gain on the play.
Ball on the 19-yard line of the Wolves will be 4th and 6 for the Wolves.
A minute gone off this clock already here in the 4th quarter. I formation again. It's another little H-back counter, but he stumbles in the backfield. That's Olschlager on the carry. Stumbles in the backfield, and he'll be a couple short of the line to gain. So the Tigers will get another shot at it, this one from their own about 16-yard line. It will be a gain of about 5 for Olschlager before he loses, or before he goes down short of the line to gain. So he does get credit for those yards, even if the Tigers do take over on offense here. I formation look from the Tigers. Dable and Schrupp, the receivers. This one's handed off up the middle to Stockman. Stockman picks up 3.
As it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Tigers.
Pickup of 2. Anything between 1 and 3 yards almost always looks the same because it just disappears into a mass of bodies. This one's a pitch to Tigers. Earl Stockman in on a block to get them maybe a yard. Bring up 3rd and 6. 2-yard gain for Reyes. And 3rd and 6 comes up for the Tigers. Andrew Volk still without a completion in this game. Got a shotgun formation here.
The 3rd and 7, that's going to be a snap to the Tigers.
And Schrupp drops it again.
Incomplete for the Tigers.
Schrupp has dropped every pass that has gone his way so far today. He's gotten hands on all of them and just hasn't been able to haul one in on those underneath routes that have been open all night for the Tigers.
4th down and 7 for the Tigers. Oberfeld 7-1 in the punt.
It's a little chilly out here tonight, so you got to wonder maybe that has something to do with it. But honestly, 3 or 4 straight incompletions on those, and they all hit your hands. It is a rough night for Adrian Schropp, but he will look to recover from that. It's a big 4th down now. Looks like the Tigers were set up to punt. 9.5 minutes left to go in the game here.
As we have a timeout from the Penn River-Backus Tigers. Walker-Hackensack-Akeley leads 6-0 here in the final quarter with 9:27 on the clock. We'll be back here on YourLiveEvent.com right after this.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com as the Pine River-Backus Tigers host the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves tonight. In the final quarter, Wolves lead 6-0 as we get set for 4th and 7.
Oberfeld booms this one. It's a little bit more high than it is long, but it takes a very good Tigers bounce, and this one will die it right around the 41-yard line on the other side of the field. A wonderful field-flipping punt from Oberfeld, but it does look like there's a Tiger down on the field back where the punt took place. It looks like maybe number 80, Temensky. We'll see about that, but we'll come back after this injury timeout with an update.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC, online at schruppexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371.
And we're back here on YourLiveEvent.com. Pine River-Backus Tigers hosting the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves tonight.
Brody Mongan was the injured player on the last play as this pitch goes outside to Rutke. That'll be a pickup of about 2 or 3 here for Rutke. Brody Mongan was the injured player. He was able to walk off the field under his own power, so good sign for
Looks
Mongan.
like we have a Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolf down here, injured about the 44-yard line.
Oh. 2-yard pickup for Rutke on the pitch. Who's this on the ground? All right, the injured player's got trainers around him. Is that Rutke? That is Rutke, the running back, who's down on the field. Trainers are massaging his calves. So hopefully everything's okay with Rutke. We'll come back when these two teams are set again.
Walker-Hackensack-Akeley leads 6-0 here on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll come back in just a moment.
71 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business. Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great.
Back here on YourLiveEvent.com. Pine River-Backus hosting the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves tonight. There's Rutke being pulled off the field there for the Wolves.
He was not able to come out under his own strength, had to be carried off the field, but hoping the best for him. I formation here for the Wolves. Counterplay here to TJ Orton, and he is swung down in the backfield by Earl Stockman, who has been all over the place in this second half.
Tackle made by Earl Stockman for a loss.
Loss of 2 on that one after the gain of 3 by Rutke on the last play. 3rd and 9 for the Wolves here on the 41-yard line. 42-yard line. 41.
As Wolves break the huddle.
Shotgun look from the Wolves. Spread, 4 receivers out.
Wolves take the snap.
Brock launches this one.
Be incomplete there. Down about the 25-yard line of the Tigers.
Overthrown there on the sideline from Brock. Another incompletion for him. He did have the huge completion on the last drive to Bilo, but has not really had any kind of connection today.
As the Wolves break the huddle.
4th and 9. The Wolves are going to punt this one.
Be a snap to the Wolves, and it's going to be a punt all the way.
It is an absolute ducktail. That one's barely going to get to the first down marker, and the Tigers will take over at about the 49, maybe the 50. Looked like that that might have been blocked a little bit, or it may have just been a bad punt. I really couldn't tell.
Tigers take over 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line.
Yeah, the Tigers will take this one at the 50. A 9-yard punt for the Wolves. So not really what you're looking for in that department, but a huge break for the Tigers as they will start this ball at the 50.
As Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves take a timeout, we'll be right back as Walker-Hackensack-Akeley leads 6-0 here on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll be right back right after this.
A wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com.
Back on YourLiveEvent.com, Pine River-Backus Tigers take on Walker-Hackensack-Akeley tonight as Tigers take the snap.
This one's to Earl Stockman again up the middle. He maybe picks up a yard before he gets shoved back. We'll see what the forward progress gives him. We're going to say no gain.
No gain. Second down, check.
That is his first rush that didn't go for positive yardage.
2nd and 10 for the Tigers from the 50-yard line again, and Tigers break the huddle.
That is not something any other Tiger can say right now.
Snap to the Tigers, and it's going to be looking to be caught there brought down there, be Daybill brought down at about the 45-yard line.
Pickup of 6 on the reception from Daybill, and that is Vogt's first completion of the night.
3rd down and 4 for PRB.
Yeah, a good switch up there as they moved Daybill into the slot to take that little quick out route that's been open all day, but Adrian Schrupp just hasn't been able to haul those in. No fault of Schrupp's, but You just need somebody there who's going to bring that pass in, especially in this situation at the end. And Dable's targeted again, but this one's knocked down by the defensive line. Another incompletion for Volk. Fourth and 4 for the Tigers. This would be a huge conversion. Down 6 minutes to go till the end of the game here.
As the Tigers break the huddle, ball will be on the 44-yard line of the Wolves. Tigers take the snap, and he's going to throw it to Dable again. He's going to be tackled right there.
Dable makes a man miss, but can't get past the crowd behind him. And that will be no gain for Dable. And it'll bring up first down for the Wolves. Now, in this situation, with 6 minutes on the clock, and the Wolves have the ball, a team that has been able to run the ball fairly effectively today, the Tigers really need their defense to step up here in this fourth quarter. They've played well all game. Only allowed the one touchdown, but I think the offense might need the defense to cut them a favor here, maybe get a big turnover, fumble, interception, and just give the offense the best field position you could possibly give them. That is what the Tigers need here in this spot. First and 10 from the 45.
Wolves take the snap, and
it's fumbled! It's fumbled, and the Tigers are on top of that.
Wow.
Well, waiting on the signal. I'm going to wait on the signal here. No, the Wolves retain. It looked like the Tigers jumped on top of that one, but it'll bring up second and long here, second and 13. It was a triple option. Quarterback decided to pitch it late, and the running back was not ready for the pitch. Just lucky to fall on that one, as there was a Tiger right in the area. It looked at first like the Tigers were on it, but it was on the far side of the field from me, so I couldn't quite see what was going on. And there's a reason the refs get paid to do that, and I don't. I formation.
Snap to the Wolves, and
that's Brovold with the carry. Pickup of about 10, maybe 9 for Brovold there. They'll say 9 for Brovold. It'll be 3rd and 4 for the Wolves coming up here. Tigers defense needs a huge stop. We tick under 5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. 3rd down for the Wolves.
The ball will be on the 49-yard line of the Tigers as Wolves break the huddle.
I formation again for the Wolves.
We snap to the Wolves, and
Brovold gets slung down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
No gain for Brovold. That'll bring up 4th and 4. That's a huge stop for these Tigers. The linebacker blitz once again gets home as Earl Stockman is able to fill his run gap perfectly. Been calling his name a lot on defense tonight. He's also the only player on offense who hasn't had a negative play.
Wolves now break the huddle. It'll be 4th and 4. Ball on the 49-yard line of the Tigers once again.
4th and 4. The Wolves are going to punt.
And it's
This
Wolves
one's
on the punt, and it's going to be picked up by the Tigers about the 20-yard line.
Tomensky makes several men miss and breaks a tackle from Brovold and is going to bring this all the way back up to the 45. So you'll never believe this, but after all that, even though this was a much better punt, again, only 9 or 10 yards or so on the punt for the Wolves, due to the incredible return from Tomensky.
River-Backus takes over 1st and 10.
A big play on special teams for the Tigers. They will take over at the 44. This one's handed to Reyes. He makes a move to the outside, but 2 men meet at him. That's Orton and Caleb Crow combining for the tackle there. That'll be a loss of 3 or 3. 3-yard loss for Reyes.
We're winding down here in the last final half here tonight. About 3:06 on the clock. Walker-Hackensack-Akeley leads 6-0.
Is second and 13 for the Tigers here.
They break the huddle, and
they've got 3 minutes to go. I form again.
Snap goes to the Tigers and be handed off.
Pitch to Earl Stockman. Reyes sets a mean block for him, but Earl Stockman's only able to get back to maybe the line of scrimmage, or not the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a little bit short. Probably, I think this will be 3rd and 11. 2-yard gain for Stockman. Punting is no longer an option for the Tigers here. I guess they could. They do have their timeouts. I can't see where I can keep track of that, but 3rd and 11 here for the Tigers. Likely going to go for this on 4th down if they don't get it.
Ball will be on the 43-yard line of the Tigers as they break the huddle, and
as we're about to dip under 2 minutes.
Snap to the Tigers, and
this one's open. Tomensky, it's over his head.
Incomplete.
It was probably a good overthrow. That was covered quite well by the Wolves. Tomensky unable to make the play. 4th and 11. And the Tigers will call a timeout here. So that means they're going to go for it.
About 2 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter here in the game. Walker-Hackensack-Akeley leads 6-0. We'll be back as River-Backus takes a timeout here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Voices from local radio.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC. Online at SchruppExcavating.com.
Restock on
twice now. He's taken to the sideline for an injury, and
we're back on YourLiveEvent.com as we are winding down here. About 2 minutes left to go in the final quarter. Tigers break the huddle.
Shotgun look for the Tigers. Twins to the left, or to the right. Vokes looking for a receiver. He's got Tomensky on a wheel, and that one's going to be out of bounds by about 2 yards. So no good on the 4th down attempt. Another incompletion for Volk. That's nothing bad on Volk there. That is an NFL throw he's trying to make. Not a lot of quarterbacks can. That wheel route is a difficult one to gauge from the slot, especially for a high school quarterback that plays in a mostly running scheme.
As the Wolves break the huddle. 1st and 10 for the Wolves from the 43-yard line of the Tigers.
Minute 52. The Tigers must have at least one timeout left because the Wolves would be able to just kneel it out. But that means the Tigers still have a shot here. 3-yard gain on the first run for the Wolves. 2nd and 7. Timeout called by the Tigers.
Another River-Backus Tiger timeout. About a minute 45 left on the clock, and Walker-Hackensack-Akeley leads 6-0. Here in the final quarter, we'll be back here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business. The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started,
back here on yourliveevent.com as we wind down here in the game, minute 50 on the clock. Let's get set for 2nd and 7.
Oslauger's in motion for the Wolves. This one's a pitch to the left, and Cole Oberfeld is going to make a huge tackle. Loss of 1, it looks like, or loss of, oh, they're going to take him all the way back to the original line of scrimmage. Loss of 3 for Brovold, I believe. So it'll bring up 3rd and 10. With that, the Wolves can take this one down to about 50 or so seconds on the clock before they snap it again.
Third and 10 for the Wolves. Ball will be on the 43-yard line of the Tigers. About a minute left to go here in the game.
Tigers snap this with a minute left, and that is wide open for, who is that? Is that Orton? Orton on the carry. He's tackled just short of the first down marker, maybe a yard or 2 left to go on 4th. And the clock will tick down to about maybe 25, 20 seconds before the Wolves have to snap it on this next play. The Tigers are going to need to stop them if they want to get even a chance to get back down the field. Clock ticks under 25. I formation, strength to the right. They're going to go with a QB sneak, and Earl Stockman makes the stop again. 16.8 seconds on the clock. The offense will get a chance from the 35. The wrong 35, unfortunately, and we'll see what Volk is able to make happen. Not a lot has happened through the air for the Tigers today. Only 1 completion to Dable. Well, 2 completions. Dable caught one on a screen that didn't go anywhere.
As we wind down here, 16 seconds on the clock, and Tigers break the huddle. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line.
If you're not throwing for a touchdown, you need an immediate out of bounds, and that is intercepted as it's thrown over the middle. The pick there is Caleb Crow, who makes the interception, and that will be the end of the game here. There's about 5 seconds left. The Wolves are going to come out and take a knee to finish this one off, but a 6-0 win for the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves here on the road against the Pine River-Backus Tigers at their own homecoming. A difficult loss for the Tigers and a 3rd shutout in a row as they fall to 0-7 on the year against the Wolves here at home. I mean, all 6 losses before this were tough losses, but this is the only 1-score loss they'll have this season. And Brock takes the knee, and that will be the end of the game here as the Wolves take the 6-0 win on the road here in Pine River-Backus. A tough-fought game. The Tigers can take that with them, that their defense played. This is the best defense they've played all season so far. Earl Stockman really was a stud on defense after Abraham went out in the 2nd quarter. But we're going to cut the break, and we'll come back with the postgame here in a couple minutes.
We'll be back here on yourliveevent.com.
Club1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Hanneken Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hanneken Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hanneken Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hanneken Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannekenInsurance.com. Let Hanneken Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Back here on YourLiveEvent.com as Pine River-Backus hosts Walker-Hackensack-Akeley tonight. Walker-Hackensack-Akeley's taking the win with 6-0 here. They scored a touchdown in the third quarter made by T.J. Orton of the Wolves. A tough loss for the Pine River-Backus Tigers. But our player of the game tonight will be Earl Stockman. Next week, Pine River-Backus takes on Parker's Prairie next Wednesday here at home. And Walker-Hackensack-Akeley takes on next Wednesday. They will take the last game of the season. A tough loss for Pine River-Backus once again. Their third loss, third week in a row, and next week will be their last game of the regular season. We will have some post-game interviews shortly here as we wind down on this beautiful night here in this Pine River-Backus football field and Pine River-Backus tonight. We'll be right back here on YourLiveEvent.com.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time. Serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC. Online at schruppexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business. The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at hannikininsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community. Making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. prbschools.org.
I'm Cullen Bosman here on the postgame on YourLiveEvent.com. We are moments after the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves took a 6-0 victory over the Pine River-Backus Tigers. The Tigers were playing some tough run defense out there, but you were able to get in the end zone and make a couple other plays for some first downs. How does it feel to kind of help the team move the ball and lead the way like that?
It feels great. I don't know what to say. It's so much fun. I love running through the gaps. It's fun to be a part of it.
What's your favorite part of being a running back?
Just getting in open space and making people miss. It's so much fun. Just watching the highlight reels, it's just fun.
This is the first time in 3 years that the Wolves have beat the Tigers, and how does it feel to do that against a rival at their place on their homecoming?
That's the best thing we could do on their homecoming. Just disappoint them. 6-0, stuck it out. We took the win.
All right. Sweet. Well, thank you for talking to me, TJ.
Thank you.
All right. Here's your shirt. And congratulations. Have a great night.
You too.
I'm Cullen Bosman here on the postgame show for YourLiveEvent.com. We'll be right back.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC. Online at schruppexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
I'm Cullen Bosman here on the postgame show for YourLiveEvent.com. Joining me right now is Earl Stockman of the Pine River-Backus Tigers. A tough loss today, but you guys were playing incredible defense out there, you specifically. I said your name as you made plays in the backfield all night. How does it feel to kind of set the tone for your team defensively like that?
Well, it feels pretty good. Me and my brother George, we were doing that. We called it a Stockman blitz. He goes right side, left side, and it was just killing him, and it was just real fun.
It was very effective tonight. You and your brother George were able to make a lot of big plays for your team. In the second quarter, Eli Abraham went out with an injury. He had made some huge plays before that. That can really suck the air out of a defense, losing a big player like that. But you were able to step up and really lead the way for the team here. I know it's a tough loss, but only allowing 6 points on the day, especially after the season you guys have had this year, how does it feel to kind of have a defensive win like that?
Well, it feels pretty good. I just wish our offense could have done a lot better. But
you also were the only player on offense who didn't have a negative play. So a big win for you there. The fullback dive ended up becoming a very effective play in the second half. What's your favorite part of playing running back?
Hitting people hard, getting full speed, and then just trying to dive right through them, breaking arm tackles.
Awesome. That's the best answer. Well, it seems like I'm holding you back from something, so I'm going to let you get to it. I'm going to get that gift card to you sometime next week, okay? Congratulations.
Thank you.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Back here on YourLiveEvent.com, Brandon Torgerson, Cullen Bosman here tonight. Pine River-Backus as they hosted the Walker-Hackensack-Akeley Wolves tonight. Tough loss for the Pine River-Backus Tigers 3 weeks in a row now as Walker-Hackensack-Akeley won 6-0. Pine River-Backus will take on Parker's Prairie next week. And you'll be here, won't you, next Wednesday?
Next Wednesday. Oh, had my mic in the wrong spot. Yeah, next Wednesday I'll be here to watch the Tigers take on the Park Prairie in the last game of the season here.
And tonight, Pillager Huskies won against Parker's Prairie 34-8 over on Cash 95.9. Final score on KCAN FM Real Country 94.3 as Mille Lacs took on East Central. Final score is 58-0. We'll see you back here once again on yourliveevent.com. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you again sometime down the road.